Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Kaliah.
And I'm Ailith. Here are this week's stories.
The Center for Disease Control released an article on April 15th in honor of Autism Awareness Month, reporting the newest findings of autism in children. The report stated that since 2020, the number of autistic children has gone from 1 in 36 children to 1 in 31 children. While this may seem like a problem, medical officials note the change to the increased awareness of the disorder and advancement in testing methods. Additionally, the classification of autism spectrum disorder has seen reform in the last few years, meaning that the way we deal with disorders such as autism are improving.
A U.S. citizen, 29-year-old Kimar Garcia, is being wrongfully detained in a notorious El Salvadorian prison. After mistaken deportation, U.S. Senator Chris Von Hallen arrived in El Salvador this week to secure his release, but was blocked by Visa President Felix Ulloa, who claims El Salvador would not release Garcia due to U.S. funding for his incarceration. Despite efforts, Garcia's fate remains uncertain. Diplomatic tension continues over the case.
A colossal squid, known to be the heaviest invertebrate in the world, was recently captured on video as it was swimming in the deep sea for the first time since it was identified a century ago. This was discovered by an international team of scientists while they were on an expedition near the South Sandwich Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. According to the Smith Ocean Institute, they state that the squid was scientifically named Hamiltoni. The squid was swimming nearly about 2,000 feet below the ocean's surface as the footage was captured by a remotely operated vehicle called Sebastian.
Wow, we learn new things about squids every day. A Dallas high school shooting has left the community in shock, with suspects now in custody. According to reports, the incident occurred at high school in the South Lake area, with multiple sources confirming the arrest of the individual responsible. The motive behind the shooting is currently under investigation, with the authorities working to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. The school and the local community are reeling from the event, with support services being made available to those affected. This tragedy incident has once again raised questions about safety and security in the schools across the country.
That's all we have for this half of ACC Student News.
And stay tuned for more.
Welcome back to ACC News. I'm Collin.
And I'm Jori. Here are some more stories. 2 students are trapped in a Denmark jail after a spring break misunderstanding. On March 31st, Owen Ray, a Miami University student, and his unidentified friend from Indiana University were arrested in Denmark. The 2 students arrested after they canceled an Uber when realizing they entered the wrong destination. Both of the students' families were reaching out to press in hopes of helping their sons return home. Authorities say Danish police are still holding their passports.
A 2-year-old boy named Bowen Allen is safe after wandering 7 miles from his home in Sugman and spending the night alone in the Arizona desert. A massive search effort was underway when 16 hours later, Rand Scott Duncan found Bowden on his property. Thanks to his dog, Bookford, the dog discovered the toddler under a tree and protected him through the night. Bowden was found in good condition, and Bookford has hailed as a hero.
Idaho becomes the first state to make firing squad a death penalty for child predators. Bill HB 380 makes it possible for judges or juries to place the death penalty when the crime includes a minor under the age of 12 for convicted child predators. Normally, the death sentences are only allowed for first-degree murder cases with aggravating circumstances. Idaho has only had 3 executions since 1977, so this bill would be able to change that. The bill was passed almost unanimously, with only 5 senators who opposed the bill.
Teachers protested at the State House during the union's last day of action in order to prevent the passing of the Senate bill. If the bill is passed, it will cut roughly $7,500 million from the public schools over the next 3 years and force public charter schools to shape property tax revenues. 500 Indiana State teachers, students, and activists attend the protest. Thank you for watching ACC News.
And make sure to follow us on ACC TV Hammond on Instagram and Facebook.